Perfect. So welcome everybody to our Maximizing Impact. We're actually changing the name. It says Ending Childhood Poverty Through Powerful Partnerships. We're going to be retitling it to Creating Pathways to Prosperity, on more of what we want in the end in mind, thanks to Susan and our awesome team that's like, how do we improve our language in what's coming up? So our agenda today is we'll go through introductions of who you are. This will just be 1 to 2 minutes. And we'd love to hear your intentions. If there's anything that you came today to learn, to connect with, we like to kind of know that up front so we can help make that happen. We'll talk a little bit about what is the Brevard Prosperity Initiative. Some of you are new, and if you are in our community and you've been here for a while, we also would love to hear that. Share a little bit of the history, Brevard Prosperity Initiative, how to get involved, and then how to maximize impact through collaboration. And then we open it up at the end. That usually takes hopefully 30, 35 minutes, 40 minutes. Then we open it up for celebration, ask and wish list, and really just that's where kind of the collaboration happens. So let's go ahead and start with introductions and intentions. And if it's okay, I'm going to keep a timer just so that we're aware of time, and whoever wants to go first, you can just chime right in and again introduce yourself, and if there's any intentions for today or anything you're hoping to gain knowledge on or connections or anything like that. And who wants to go first?
I can jump in if that helps.
Perfect.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Joe Rowlett, and I'm with Florida Healthcare Plans. We roll up to a larger Florida Blue, which people are a little bit more familiar with. But Florida Healthcare Plans is a regional HMO. And the reason I'm here is for the health aspect, to make sure that health, insurance, but also medicine, any type of doctor's care is available to the community. So our biggest tie is our ACA, Affordable Care Act. Most insurance companies will do group, they'll do large companies or small companies, and they'll do Medicare. But the arm, Medicare is important, don't get me wrong, but the arm of it all here, while we're here today, while I'm here, is for the Affordable Care Act. And just to make sure that that's put out to the community that knows Florida Healthcare Plans has a great ACA program that we try to get as many families insured as we can. Again, Joe Rowlett, Florida Healthcare Plans. Thank you.
Awesome. And Joe, any intentions for today's session? Anything you're looking to learn or connect with? Yeah,
just to learn, to connect, and pop in, and it's always something new. I probably learn. I always learn something, so probably learning.
Okay, great. Just want to check, because I believe that when we ask, we can get what we ask for. So I just want to give that opportunity. Joe, do you want to pick who goes next?
I'll make Stephanie go next, and she came in kind of late. We'll punish her a little bit.
All right. Hi, all. I'm Stephanie Robinson. I'm with CareerSource Brevard Flagler Volusia. I am the aerospace aviation representative and former project coordinator. My grant is over, but I still am continuing the work that I've done through. So CareerSource's goals really are workforce development, business services, mainly finding the right talent for the businesses, making sure the training providers exist for the businesses, being able to post jobs, being able to have recruiting events, and bring awareness of the business to the public. And while we are focused mainly on post-secondary and those that are ready for employment, I found early on, especially with my grant, that there's not enough individuals in that population, in that talent pool right now. So I started branching out more and more into STEAM education and initiatives that can help fortify the talent pipeline early on and get those individuals interested in aerospace and interested in aviation and cybersecurity and confident that there is a place for them in these industries. So I came here today. It's my first meeting that's not one of the Friday meetings down in Palm Bay, because I really just want to get more involved in the community, because it really does take the whole community. I really like making the connections and being able to connect everyone, because I know that I'm not going to make waves by myself, but like the little ripples that eventually turn into waves, it's fun to see happen. So happy to be here.
Awesome. And Stephanie, before you pick the next person, just to let everybody know, our next in-person event is on August 8th at Wings of Grace, and
I
it's
know
about
someone's speaking on it.
employment. And Stephanie is actually one of our featured panelists. So it's a great opportunity. We do these to really dive in deeper on the root causes and speak to people that have their boots on the ground, feet on the ground. What are they doing to make an impact, but also how can we help as a community to support them? So Stephanie, thank you so much for all that you do. I know you've been a few times, so thank you so much.
Of course, thank you. And I
And
will call on Nancy because she just got her camera working. So that's really exciting because it's never fun when it's not working.
Thank you. Yes, that was very exciting. Technology when it works, it's wonderful. My name is Nancy. My business is Expert HR, and I help businesses and organizations with employees find the right fit for their HR needs, such as payroll, workers' compensation, health and employee medical benefits, and things like that, 401ks. But my degree is in education, and my passion is in education, and I actually feel into a lot of the modalities in the top 10 root causes of poverty, like food and shelter. But obviously, education is my passion. And I've been a fly on the wall in the prosperity community for a little while. I am kind of helping Wings of Grace plan one of their fundraisers. But other than that, I haven't really thrown myself into a partnership with anybody, because there's a lot of great activity there, and there's a lot of great organizations in the community that need help, and I can't help them all. So I haven't found the right fit for me right now. I just kind of listen and learn, make connections, help people. If I find someone who has a good fit for somebody else, I introduce them. But right now I'm just kind of trying to see where I could be of help, rather than just like volunteering at every single organization, which I can't do. So so I'm just I'm in listen and learn mode, basically.
awesome. Well, thank you, Nancy, also for stepping up and helping just the community by greeting people and welcoming people. I know that she's come and helped be that warm face of connecting. And so thank you, Nancy. And I know each of you have naturally done this where you're sharing what root cause you're passionate about or your organization supports. So I just want to pull this up because I know we have some new people here and everybody's been so great at going under time. Nancy, who would you like to pick to go next?
I think we'll just go down the line, and I see Rebecca next.
Perfect. Good morning, everyone. So my name is Rebecca Stoltenberg. I'm an elder law attorney at Wiederman Malik. I specifically work in the areas of estate planning, probate, and guardianships. Guardianships for adults as well as children. I was telling Shannon before we got on with everyone, I think I found this group through just kind of a random email, I think from the chamber. So I'm very new to the group and excited to learn more in today's presentation.
Awesome. Welcome. Thank you. And who would you like to go next?
So I'm going to pick on the only person I know on this presentation. So Miss Christie, you are it.
Thank you. Becca's actually on our board.
Oh,
Yay. I serve as the executive director at Love Inc., Love in the Name of Christ. And basically what we do is we walk with people in need to really get to the root of why they're in need. And we do that through relationships. So we're walking with people spiritually, physically, emotionally, and relationally. And we're providing a hand up. And it all starts really with a phone call, and then we connect that person in need with a trained mentor. And then we wrap resources, life skill classes, and our need meeting network, which is really collaborations with businesses, churches, other agencies, other nonprofits. So we're like that connector to bring the resources around, but yet we're walking with that person individually weekly. And then really our mission is to mobilize the church to change lives and communities in the name of Christ. So from a community standpoint, we are, in spaces learning about what the needs are of the community. And that is, one of the reasons that I'm here today is to learn what resources are out there, how we can all work together, maximizing that impact through collaboration. And when I look at the 10 prosperity initiatives, they all affect all of our clients. So I am a big component of collaboration. So I think if we can all work together, we can really make a difference in helping people right here in Brevard County.
Awesome. And I got to hear Christy speak in front of the Melbourne County Commissioners, and her presentation and her video. I mean, every time I dive in a little bit deeper, and part of why I'm excited about some of the mapping you're doing, the asset mapping. And one day I want to sit down and like go, what are all the tags for Love Inc? But it was so inspiring and so aligned with what BPI stands for, and you're doing it. One of the things that you'll hear, and I'm just going to share it now, Brevard Prosperity Initiative. We're here to really find people that are already doing it, right? Like they're already doing it. Club Esteem and Brevard County Health Foundation, they're already doing it, and just really connecting the dots with business owners and other organizations to help fill in those gaps of what they need. So what a gem that you're here, and super excited for
Shannon.
all that you're doing. And I would love, I was going to say this after, it'd be really great if you shared that video in our community.
Oh,
And
sure.
so, yeah, and I'll show you where today, but in our community, it's so easy. If you take a YouTube link or a Vimeo link, all you do is take the link and it just populates the video there. And so I thought that video was very wonderful at giving an overview of what you do.
Thank you.
So I want to encourage you to do that. All right, Christy, who would you like to go next?
Let's see, Meredith.
There we go. Now we're good. Hi, I'm Meredith McGuire-McCon. I have tacked on a new last name to my former last name as I got married back in actually on December 31st. So happily married and very excited to be back in the community with Brevard Prosperity Alliance. So I was in the first meeting. I had been dragged along by a former member who's, I think, moving out of the city, and really loved meeting everybody. It was just such a welcome community. I have since gone through a number of other iterations working for other people, and now I'm finally on my own again. So I have just recently started a business called Oceans Telecom. I help business owners to find the best solution for them when it comes to internet and IT solutions. And we help nonprofits too. So that's one of the areas that I can reach out and help people. So I still work with Wire3. I had been working for them directly, but I sell now their services through a 1099 kind of relationship. So they do have an amazing, amazing deal for any nonprofit. They give you 10 gigs of internet for $80 a month, which is less than a resident can get that 10 gig program for. And I partner with another organization that can help set up the network if you need that. They are extremely conscious of the people that are in the community as well, and trying to make sure that everybody can get what they need at the right price and hopefully saving money. So if you guys need anything, that's really my ask, is just reach out to me and tell me what you need, and we'll see what we can do to help you out.
Awesome. Thank you, Meredith, for being here. Nice to see you back.
Thank you. It's great to be back.
All right. Looks like we have Lisa and Julie. Which one would you like to go next?
Sorry, we'll choose Lisa. It's really great to see you, Lisa. I'm so glad that you wound up joining.
Hi, everyone. This is my first time here, so I'm excited to just learn a little bit more about things. Me and my wife own a financial services brokerage, so we help individuals grow their money or protect their money tax-free and or risk-free. And so I'm just really passionate about what I can do in in Brevard in general, just to see, because we lead with education first and foremost. And, as we all know, financial literacy wasn't necessarily taught in schools unless you went to go seek it intentionally. So I'm just here to see what I can do, how I can help, and how I can contribute.
Beautiful. Welcome. All right,
Yeah.
Julie. And Julie is one of our incredible connectors. She's been with us since the beginning. And so, and I love
I'm a
that you get to
Lego.
work with Christy. And oh my
Yeah.
goodness, Christy, I don't know about you, but as soon as I heard Julie was there, I was like, you are like their billboard for love, right?
Aw, yes, she did.
Yes, she is. And today's her birthday.
Oh,
Yeah.
happy birthday!
So I'm so glad to be a part of all this. And of course, Christy already explained what Love Inc. does. And we're hoping to really push Love Inc. out into the community so everybody knows what it's all about. And we're working on a few things for the people that have been through as our clients, hoping to get them to the next level with the FSC certificate or degree or whatnot. But that starts generational wealth right there. When you have something that somebody can't take away from you, knowledge, diploma, all that stuff. And so really working to put people in a different place. So, but Shannon, thank you so much for doing all the stuff that you do, because, you talk about connector. Hello. You're the one that does all that.
I think you guys have your boots on the ground a little more. I'm still a mom.
Yeah.
And so, but I like
With
Joe
a man
came
with
on
a mustache.
Joe came on and Joe goes, "Oh, Darby for this," and you say names, and so I feel like it's all you guys that really make all this happen, and why we're here together. So, did you have any intentions today, Julie?
I'm here to learn.
Okay, awesome. Okay, real quick, and on my part, Shannon Procyse with the Business Acceleration Network. Also, been tagged as kind of the go-to guide for people that want to create community and build raving fans. And so I am just so passionate about connecting people to lighten the load. I feel like when we come together with a shared vision and just doing what we're doing, just this moment where we get to hear about each other, it's like that those connections start to happen. The Business Acceleration Network, for me personally, the root cause that I'm passionate about is food. Security and child and family care. And the Business Acceleration Network works with job opportunity and education. We work with entrepreneurs, but we have a young entrepreneur program called Tomorrow's Leaders Today, and we actually sponsor them into either a year-long program or our events. And it is just amazing to watch them come barely able to speak or pick up a mic or share an idea to, as they get involved, grab the mic, actually pitch, raise money. We had somebody raise $50,000 in our program, and be able to ask for what they want or desire, or how they want to grow. So that's our piece. And my intention today is to inspire you to play with us a little more. I'm going to start with a couple of asks. Up front, we are looking for leadership. So one of the things that we're looking for leadership is people to lead this particular training. So you may be watching to learn, but also if any of you like, hey, I could lead a Zoom, I could lead community, I could do that. Maybe watch with those eyes. I have a little bit of kind of a write-up and agenda and things like that. But if anybody is interested in leading something like this, it is great. I woke up not feeling well today, and I would have loved to have been able to call, Rebecca or anybody and say, "Hey, Rebecca," and they say, "I got this." The other thing is we're going to go in today about our community, and we are looking for 2 to 3 moderators a month to come in and be considered our moderators. And you'll be able to see in the community if you haven't seen this yet, but you're somebody that comes in and maybe posts news around the 10 root cause, maybe connect with somebody directly, but you are there helping engage, kind of like, Joe, I know you're not a mother hen, right? I know you're the man. I don't know what we call the man part of a mother hen, but all you women have heard of the mother hen, right? Where you're kind of like guiding and nurturing and mothering. So we are looking for 2 to 3 moderators a month. We've got a schedule to kind of rotate that out. And what's so powerful about being a moderator is you get to kind of see behind the scenes. And I know each and every one of you, once you kind of look at what's here, you're going to have ideas that will help us grow. So for example, as Stephanie was sharing, I was thinking, oh my gosh, Stephanie, I remember when you guys came and spoke, it would be so powerful in our community to have some of those documents. You had a spreadsheet, I think I still have it right over here, of all the jobs in the schools, the trainings. And it's like, this is something that in our community would be so great just to have as a resource, right? So those are our 2 asks just before we dive in. And so our mission intention is to grow outreach, strengthen systems, and build partnerships for a more prosperous Brevard. Couple of updates. I shared with you that August 8th is our next in-person event. And Wings of Grace, we're at Wings of Grace all the way through November. And then December, we're at the Palms, the new location on University. That's our year-end celebration. And so just, but Wings of Grace is kind of our base. It's on employment. And so it's a great opportunity to know what's going on in the employment sector. And we have Marcus Smith as the moderator. We have Stephanie with Career Source. We also have Eastern Florida College will be there. And so should be great. Then the 12th, September 12th is our community mastermind and, the tabletop discussions. And so that's where you really get to dive in and connect and rotate tables and get to know each other more. October 10th is our child care and looking at the affordability of quality child care. So, and the last thing is announcements is we applied for the CAP with Lead Brevard. Is everybody familiar with CAP and Lead Brevard? So we're in the process of that, thanks to Steve with Habitat, who's been on the receiving end of the CAP and working on the CAP. And so we will keep you updated at each event, kind of the progress. And I know that we're looking forward to having individuals involved with that. And so as we get started, this is, yes, and please feel free. Oh, sorry, Julie, if you can't hear things. So if you're new, this is the website that we send everybody, and I'll drop this in the chat. This is, again, and we're getting ready to do a kind of an update on some of the language, but this is where you get access to all of the gap map, greater detail on the root cause, and you'll find that we talk a lot about the root cause throughout all that we're doing. And then you get into some of where you can look at the Florida scorecard, dive down into what's happening with the schools, what's happening with the counties, or with the specific zip codes that you're in. And then today we talk a little bit and focus a little bit more on the community and how we function. So this was birthed out of the Florida Chamber Foundation. And it's beautiful. They've developed a pathway to prosperity with the 10 root causes. They've created the gap map. And I just want to share with you, we have a little different, we're working kind of 2 at the same time. We have a little different methodology. And when you get into Heartbeat, you can hear some of those pieces in the symbiotic culture. So one of the things that we're doing is we're focused on the whole county, and we're identifying who are the leaders and who are the people that are passionate about these root causes, right? And we're bringing them together and having them be strengthened by working together, but allowing, getting to know what are they doing in those zip codes? How are they working together in those zip codes? So our strategy, if some people went to the Florida Chamber and said, well, who's the zip code leader? Who's doing this? Anybody can step up and be a zip code leader. There's great things in the county that are happening with specific zip codes. Our approach is really looking at all of Brevard County and breaking down the silos so that we can identify the gaps. And part of why I'm so excited Christy and Marcus is here is we've been talking for a couple of years about the mapping. This is where we can find out, okay, what do we have for job opportunities, and really helping like Stephanie get the message out, really helping each of them get the message out to a new audience that maybe aren't aware of what they're doing. Any questions about that so far, or anything so far that we've talked about before I get into the community? Okay. So when you get in here, there's basically this platform has been paid for by.
Did anyone else lose her or just me?
No, can you hear me?
Yes, now I can. Yeah.
Okay. Is it my internet? I'm sorry, Shanna.
It might be me.
I can hear you. Yeah, I don't think I lost you.
Yeah. So Christy, we do dive in a little bit on heartbeat, and every time is different, and then we go through quickly, and then at the end we open up to more strategizing, just to let you know. So it's just high level because we have a few new people. And then there's questions that have come in. So this is paid for by Launch Bank and also Business Acceleration Network to help run this. You want to register here first. So that's the first piece, and that will get you into our community and set up a profile. This you do after. If you do this ahead of time, it kind of gets you in a little rabbit hole. So just make sure you register first. And this keeps you up to date on our events. So basically there's a couple ways to get involved. Is we have a few events a month, this being one where you can network, collaborate, share what you're looking for and what you need next. And then our in-person event, and then also our community. And our community is 24/7. Part of why we have the community is as it grows. And right now, I just want to say each one of you are at the beginning. It's kind of like you're founders of a startup. Like right now, we're a startup. And I'm excited for you to see what happens when we get 100 people with a shared vision, 200 people with a shared vision, 300 people in a shared vision. This becomes our own portal where you can go in and say, hey, I need this, right? Like Christy Petty went in and said she needed mentors. And my understanding, she's already gotten 2 mentors that didn't even know she was doing that just by sharing that in our community. So once you get it set up, if you ever need to go back and let's say you didn't save it, you can come back here to log in. But when you hit the register button, it's going to ask you which one of these are you, right? And it's really important to know what root causes you're passionate about, because when you get in here, it's going to go ahead and tag you, okay? It will tag you with who, sorry, just one moment. My screen is, okay, intro. So it'll tag you with how, whichever one you are. Like Anthony Yance is a volunteer community leader, tells you a little bit about who they are and what they do. And then here are the questions that it asks you. And again, there's not a limit. So you heard Love Inc. is here. Well, you can have any of your employees, any of your team members, anybody that you think that would be passionate about this mission of collaboration and resource sharing and connecting is ideal. So it brings you in here, and then we require everybody to use a headshot. So that's really important that we don't want logos. We want to connect with people. So we do ask everybody to include a headshot. And once you get in here, I'm just going to highlight a couple things. So the app view is a little different, and I'll show you that in a minute, than the desktop view. I think the desktop view is a lot better. But when you get in here under documents is our resource piece. And this is where it has all of the tools on how to use Heartbeat, onboarding checklist, how to search, how to download the app, edit your profile. So all of the key tools are here for you to connect and read. And I love if people comment saying done, read it. Then we know that, hey, there's people actually looking at it and things like that, which is awesome. Another thing I want to highlight real quick is the Heartbeat, the courses. And so in here, we have pulled together the 10 root causes training from the Florida Chamber that have videos. And I think I mentioned to you, Christy, oh, I think she left, that the videos are really easy, and any of you can add videos. You just take the YouTube link, put it in the post, and it'll automatically populate like this. So as you watch the videos, you can mark complete. But I do want to highlight the Symbiotic Culture Lab, because that helps kind of explain the process of building ecosystems. And this gentleman, Richard Flyer, they have built in many parts of the world, but particularly this work came out of India, and they have over 500 communities where literally it got them completely independent off the government for food, for banking, for water. And it was all by bringing people together with the shared vision, focused on the core values of love your neighbor, think global, act local, and it goes through all of these details in here as you get a little bit deeper. And there are, this is a little different than what we have, but the whole idea is just to kind of look at the baseline of how to build community that breaks down the silos. So it's really, really powerful. All right, a couple of things just that have come through, and then we'll open this up for other questions. So this is the ask and wish list segment. So the ask and wish list this is where the power is in sharing what you need. Some of what happens in the nonprofit sector is that they keep farming their list, or they only know people that are, the part of what makes this cool is now they're reaching people they've never met before. Like, I didn't know Stephanie of Career Source. I didn't know all the things that they had. I didn't know Christy Petty with some of the mentoring that they do for young adults. So this is a great opportunity for business owners and other nonprofits to know what you're doing. And so we do ask that you share in detail what it is, how to connect with you. And we have to remember to tag people. So like right here, Dr. Deborah wrote Alberta, but Alberta will not see this. This is not like Facebook where you're going to get saturated with notifications. And I just want to show you how to moderate the notifications. But you do want to do the @ sign, and then you can start typing in the name and select them to make sure that they see the response. That's really, really important in what you go to. So I just invite you to go here, go to the intros first, read about some of the people that are here. If there's something that you're looking for, like let's say you're looking for people that are passionate about food. So you could go up to the top, just type in food, and this will pull up every comment, every intro, anything about food. So if you wanted to look up housing or careers, then you can see all the pieces that are here. And it appears my internet's a little slow. But today, before the end, it would be really great to have each of you, I'll ask, is there anything that you're looking for next, to be able to share some of the things that you're looking for here in our ask and wish list. So see how you can see Sarah posted an awesome thing on food and corporate food is health. So this is the power of this community and this tool, is that we can really see, we can start aligning with people that have interests or passion or resources to whatever it is that we need. And that search bar will search through everything. Any questions so far before I share some of the notifications? Hi, Marcus. Thank you for joining us. We already did intros. I know I'm just wrapping up here, and then we'll get into a little more. So as far as your profile, when you go under your picture, here's your account settings. And so under your account settings is where you can update your profile at any time. It's great if you have a calendar, anything that you want to share, bio, you can download your info. Here's the notification settings. So this is where you can really control what's going on and what comes in, much like all the other social media. And I think those are the primary two that you'll look at. All right. And somebody asked this week in the community, so I wanted to share with you, how do you hyperlink something? let's say Joe has been Joe, I am so glad you're here. Joe has shared grants. And that's one of the powerful things of, here was another grant that we shared. I think the more that we share some of the grants that are here, this will allow other people to do that. And so when you type in something to do a hyperlink, so let's say I wanted to put in meetshannon.com. So what you do is you highlight the word and then it comes up with this box. So that box will bold, highlight, and then you go like that, and then that's where you put in the web domain, and that allows you to hyperlink. The other question that came in this week was the editing. And so when you edit, you have to be the one that does the profile, and you just hit the 3 dots and you can hit the edit right there. And let's say you came in here and you saw this grant, but you wanted to share it with Marcus. So you go and hit the 3 dots and you hit permalink, and then that will allow me to have it and take it out and share it. Now, just so you know, this is a private portal. Only people can see it that are in here. But if I want to share it with Marcus, here is the email section right here. And you can do groups, you can do one-on-one, however you want to do it. And again, as you see, I copied that. Now I'm going to paste it, and it takes me directly to that post. So if there's particular posts that you want to share or you want to remember, that you're able to do that. With our events, so you do always have to register at the Greater Palm Bay Chamber of Commerce. So make sure that you do that, but this will also remind you of the events, what's going on, and who's there. We usually try to put it in here. Please remember to register here, and but it'll give you a layout of what's happening coming up. And if you have events, we want to support your events, and here are the community events. Right here is where the community events happen. And that's where you can post things, post videos, but just remember to always put the who, what, where, when, and why, right? And just like Julie did here, this was so great where she cut and paste the image. You can do images, just cut and paste. It always adds a little bit more usability, I guess. Like here's this, like you can add PDFs and stuff, but as much as you can add images and details, that's really helpful. As we know, we're attracted to visual and things like that. And Joe, I saw that you did the latest celebration. Do you want to share this? This is where we want to celebrate. And I have to tell you, celebrations are so important for 2 reasons, Joe, before you go. Celebrations, one thing is it's a way of marketing what you're doing and who you're doing it with. And it's kind of like free press. As a person that loves marketing and sharing messages, it's that aspect. But it also, we have people in the community that are like, what are the results we're getting? And we don't know unless you share, right? And so it's really great if you say, I'm celebrating, I connected with this person, or we helped this individual, or we love, I don't know about you, but I get uplifted by seeing success, even if it's not because of Brevard Prosperity Initiative, even if it's just because this is what you do and this is how you serve others. Like for me, seeing Christy pitch to the Melbourne County Commissioner, that was a huge celebration and a huge success, right? So, all right. So Joe, you want to share?
Yeah. Can you show the
Yes,
my
and then we're going to
certificate?
open it up. We're all done, other than if people have questions. And
So
yes.
yeah. So what had happened is there was a men's group. It's called Fuel, and they meet at the Pizza Gallery every Thursday afternoon. And it used to be a bigger group, but I've spoken to them in the past, and I've actually met with them. And it's a faith-based group called Fuel. And they called me last minute, said, "Hey, can you jump in and be our presenter?" And I didn't really have a whole lot, to go on. But what I had saved when I was the moderator of the Brevard Prosperity Initiative meeting, I had that in my back pocket. I said, "Hey," and the organizer said, "What about this topic?" He's like, "That'd be perfect." So it was kind of cool. I kind of got to regurgitate a little bit what I spoke about, but also I got some numbers off off the website and presented some of the local zip code demographics. And so it worked out good. I was able to tie the two groups. And I told the guys, if you're looking for something to do, a lot of these guys are retired. So if you're looking for something to do, come join us. And I gave them the information for Wings of Grace and about our meeting time. So it just by happenstance, it worked out pretty good, I thought.
That's awesome. Beautiful.
Yep.
And you're bringing up one other thing. Yes, let's celebrate that. I don't know if you guys know this. This is clapping your hands in sign language.
Come on, everybody, clap for me, please.
It works on Zoom quite well.
Yeah.
Yes, so in the events, what's really great is you can actually go back and watch the replay. And so our in-person events, we work to have as a hybrid event where you can watch the video, so you can see the recording, and you can join us in person. So we do play the recording on the presentation, but then we shut it off during the tabletop discussion. So when you go in here, you hit view recording, and just remember to get this password right here, because some people try to get in, they're like, I can't watch the recording. So just remember to grab that password. But you can go back and watch. This last one was all on the mid-year stats. It was really powerful, the pieces that happened there. So now we're going to open it up for conversation, discussion, any questions about this. I don't know if you guys saw this other Ask and Assist. We are featured at the Chamber Luncheon. And so we're looking for individuals that are going that want to help with the table. Good, we have Deborah that said yes. And I'm going to go ahead and pause here. And I do also love just hearing from everybody as we wrap up also. Any questions, comments?
I'm just going to say that, I totally forgot about the wish list or the ask list. And so I'm working on something to let people know that we have a thrift store for Love Inc. And the thrift store generates 60% of our overhead for the year. And so we're actually in the process of opening a new thrift store. It's in the works. It's not complete yet, but if it did take place, it would be at the old Babcock store off 192. So there's a lot of people that don't know that they can donate their items here. And we have a wonderful manager. Her name is Linda Buckwalder, but I call her Legendary Linda because she's absolutely amazing. And she is very picky about what she has come into the store. And so we have really high-end members of the community that come in to shop here. And if you want to thrive on a dime, come in, man, because it's awesome. They've got Princess House stuff. They've got leather couches and beautiful table sets and designer clothes and jewelry and all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to share that on here. But also, Shannon, I'd be happy to help out with anything that you need assistance with, because I really believe in the mission of the initiative project, and it also works with what we're doing here at Love Inc.
Awesome. So Julie, I'm so excited because we talked about that. I was like, I didn't realize that piece. So when you type it, make sure you say thrift store so that people like me, when we have things to give away, we can search thrift store, and then also include those two. The other word was donate items. So those two are things that, right, Meredith and Lisa and Stephanie, wouldn't that be what you're searching for if you're donating things? So just include those words is awesome. Thank you for putting that in there. That'll be great. Stephanie.
One thing that I've been forgetting to post on there that I'll have to get on there and post is it's called Crosswalk Referral System. And I believe it was Research Coast that initiated it. But there are many nonprofits and businesses on there that, well, mostly training providers and nonprofits on there that can refer each other for services. So I definitely think that it would be beneficial for more individuals in the community to get on that. So I have to post information on that, and it's free.
That's awesome. So Stephanie, one of the things I wanted to collaborate with you on, because you are a hub, is that potentially putting like career workforce documents here or links here.
Yeah.
So you know, there's so many different ways that we can do this with documents, with links. So maybe you and I can powwow and I can show you how, right? Does that make sense for some of the resources that you guys have?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a
So feel free to post whatever you want in there now, just so that it gets out to the community. But long-term wise, I think it would be great to have you and I strategize. We can make you moderator and you can set it up, or one of us can set it up. But would love to do that.
sounds great.
Thank you, Stephanie, for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, and who else wants to share? Marcus, I'm just going to say it was so awesome going to that city council meeting and to be able to have the community see what was going on. And is there a recording of that you're able to share in Brevard Prosperity Initiative?
That's a great question. I will ask that because I think it is. I know it's shown virtually, so it should be recorded. I will ask to see where they store that for the city council. But thank you, Shannon, for segueing into that. But it really was a great meeting. We had the 3 different community organizations to present, but I think that we still got to figure out what the next steps are. And I actually put together a document that I guess I'll email it to you, maybe Shannon and a couple other key folks that I put together from that meeting that talked about what is asset mapping, sort of put some next steps involved. But we need to bring those or a few of those organizations back, in particular the asset mapping team, because there's so much that we need to figure out as to the concept and then how we actually going to merge it together and use
Collaborate. Yeah.
collaborate.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and we actually did a wonderful job too. We got to definitely bring them back because when you're talking about economic development and small businesses and things like that, there's so much more that we need to find out as a city.
Yeah, I'm so glad, and thank you, Marcus, for including us in that. I just want to highlight, I did upload, I know you came in a little late, and this is open for anybody. In the courses, just to expand your awareness of this, in this symbiotic culture lab training, there's the mapping 1 and mapping 2, and you get to see us in action mapping Brevard's food county and that whole thing. And it's really powerful, the deep dive just on one kind of sector. And as you hopefully know, I'm just here to collaborate. And I know for the Brevard Prosperity Initiative, our goal is to at least know, like, I want to know all that Stephanie offers. I want to know all that Love Inc. offers, right? Like, however we can play. And then Marcus, I don't know if you were able to dive into the section that you asked me to create in here. I know you're super busy. That's why I'm highlighting it.
Okay.
But did start some of the, but people already have tags, and that's what's so cool about what you're doing.
Right.
But it would be really great to find out, like, what does Stephanie think are other tags that apply to this, just so we can dive a little bit deeper. And this is where Love Inc. and some of the other ones. So just want to highlight that for you, Marcus, just so you can kind of see somebody who's.
Are those tags based on the 10 roots of not the 10 roots of prosperity?
No, what's really interesting, Marcus, and the tags. So, and I don't know if I shared this with you. So the tags are on each section, and what let me just, Stephanie, are you still here, or did she leave? Let me just go in here.
I'm here. I'm sorry. I just can't stop eating, to be honest. Like, I'm
No,
kidding.
well, guess what? we love eating, and so Marcus, this is going to have to be, I think this has to bring many people together, like Stephanie, like Julie, like Dwight, because when we look at education or workforce, there's, from at least the people that we're playing with, there's many different subcategories that go with it, right? Some only do youth, some do early childhood, some do
Gotcha. Okay.
adult literacy, right? I think, Stephanie, I'm under the wrong one. Here's the right one. Resume support, on-job training. So these are just sample tags, right? But I figure if we meet with, like, Julie and some of the people, and somebody already has to have tags, but Richard did an entire, so he was launching this throughout North America, and he actually did tags with one of the head of AOL and their whole tech team from AOL. So he has like stuff that I couldn't even think of yet. So yeah. And the
Yeah.
other thing that I know you're really big on is we don't want to duplicate efforts. We want to collaborate.
Right.
So I'll show up in any capacity that you want to see, but I just wanted you to know I put together that container that we talked about.
Yeah, no, it's really good. I see the 10 root causes, and then you just added additional meta data tags based off of how the people see themselves, which is
Yeah,
important.
yeah, because it's one thing like Stephanie, Stephanie, sorry I keep picking on you, but I know workforce and money and that piece is really important. So it's like we want to know, do they do resume support? Right? And do we want to know, do they help people with internship? And so I think those smaller segments will help us when we're identifying gaps.
Right.
Okay. Thank you for being here, Marcus.
No, thank you. But let's go team. Keep
Go
going.
team. All right. Meredith, Lisa, Joe.
The only thing I would add is just, I know we check our Facebook and LinkedIn and all that, and a lot of times we forget to go in each morning or each afternoon and check our page. So I don't get to it every day. Probably every other day, I'm able to jump on and see what's going on and navigate and see what people are posting. But so I just said, don't forget to get on. It's one of those that I don't, it's not it may not be the first thing you see in the morning, and that's okay. But at some point throughout the day, try to log on if you can.
Thank you, Joe. Yeah, share good news. I mean, one of the cool things every Monday you should get an outline of the week before. So that's kind of a great reminder to go in, and you should be able to click right on the link to take you to that and comment and that. So do we have Albert? Oh, go ahead, Meredith.
Oh, sorry. So I wanted to say I'm super happy to be back with you guys. It's really exciting to hear about all the things that are in progress, Marcus. It's really good to see you again
Hey,
as
Meredith.
well. I'm excited about some of the things that you're doing with the education programs in tech. That's super awesome. So, Shannon, I did want to say that I'm happy to help wherever you need it. If you need somebody with the leadership training, I'm more than happy to help with that. Or if you want moderators, whatever the case is, I'm more than happy to. I really want to get back in, like I said, really get entrenched and start doing some of the things that I'm passionate about and helping the community again.
Awesome. All right, I will message you in Heartbeat. And so one of the things that I'm also doing just to get people in Heartbeat is anything about Brevard Prosperity. I try to do it in there just to keep us there. So I'll message you, and Julie, I'll message you also. Thank you. Alberta, I know you're just joining us. Marcus, in the very beginning, I did an ask for a Brevard Prosperity Initiative. And one was to help learn this training where we kind of welcome people and do a little bit of high level training and just facilitate conversation and collaboration while we're here. And then the other one was we're looking for moderators to say, you know what, I'll spend the next 30 days being the father hen or the mother hen in the community to connect and collaborate and post and share. So those are some of the leadership roles that we would love support with. And Alberta, I did mention you. Thank you for getting us the year-end celebration at the Palm.
Yes.
We're so excited that this is what's it's really wonderful to have you here. Any other questions? I have a quick video I wanted to share with you guys at the very end, but I want to make sure I hear from each one of you. Alberta, anything? Lisa, did you have anything you want to share?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, first of all, it was really exciting to see the Heartbeat, the hub, like what that is. I'm really that kind of just fired me up. But any way that I can help out as well, I'm more than open to helping out and contributing in any way. So if it's volunteering here, being a moderator, doing whatever, I am here to help.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I just want to remind everybody, inviting people is amazing. Like the more we get to come in and play with us, that are servant leaders like you all are, the more magical it becomes. So yes, so Lisa, and you're not in Heartbeat yet, right?
No.
Okay, well, hopefully it takes maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes to set up. They make you do short answers. You can go back in and edit it, but yeah, there's the link for that. And thank you for being willing to do that.
Yeah, of course. I'll get it set up. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Alberta, any?
I don't really have much I don't have anything to share. I just wanted to know, is this recorded? Because I'm working from
Yes,
home.
let
I'm
me
a
show
hot
you
mess
again
right
real
now.
quick the replay. So when you go into the events, the corporate events, so everything kind of corporate is up top. Also, we have a matchup that's really cool, but if you're not taking the time, you can set it, I want to meet somebody every week, every 2 weeks, every month. If you're not going to meet people, please turn it off, because nothing sucks worse than thinking I get to meet with Marcus and then he doesn't reply to the email. So please go in and either turn that on and off. So when you go under the events, go to past events, and you can click on them and it'll say view recording. And then just make sure, Alberta, you grab the passcode, because you see how it says passcode?
Yes.
It'll ask you once you click on this to enter the passcode.
Okay. Thank you. And yeah, I'm going to pick up somewhere. I'm going to go back and look at the beginning of the meeting. But thank you for having me. I'm excited about where we're going.
Oh, I'm so grateful you're here, and thankful for all that you do in the community too.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Any final questions? I just wanted to share one of my favorite videos, and it's been kind of my go-to for okay, thank you, Julie. It's just 1 minute and I think 12 seconds. But I think it's really the heart of what we're doing. And I invite you, if there's things that you can use it in your organization, but this really kind of shares, and each of you have shown up this way today. It's so beautiful. And have you guys, any of you ever heard of the lessons from the geese and how they live and how they work? Okay, well, thank you so much for letting me play this for you. Awesome.
That was great.
Thank you.
That's really beautiful.
So how does the sound of a geese honk sound? Honk, honk.
I love
Go,
that.
Marcus! You got this. We got
With
you.
encouragement.
That's awesome.
All right. So thanks for being a part of the flock. So grateful, Joe. Thankful that you're here. Meredith, I'll reach out. Lisa, I'll wait for you to get in and let's connect, and I'll connect with Julie also, and look forward to seeing you shortly. Here if you need anything. Thank you.